How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And it's been a very big day today. Big news with Andy Farrell releasing his Lions squad for the tour of Australia. And things are going to get hot and really, really quickly. So I wanted to break down a couple things in this video. I finally had a bit of time to actually be at home, sit down, take it all in, take in what it means, and go through a couple players, and then potentially at the end I want to break down my starting 15 for the first test. So first up, Andy Farrell named a couple big names, two of them which I was kind of on the edge about, one being Henry Pollock, the other being Finn Smith. I was sure he was going to end up choosing Sam Prendergast to go, considering he's Irish, he's played with him, well, he's managed him, and he has a lot of talent. But Finn Smith obviously had something in Farrell's eye that, you know, gave him the green light. So honestly, I do think it was that Leinster game, that final game, that kind of helped Andy Farrell's decision. I don't think it was a thing of he got chosen because of it, but I think it was a case of, you know, the final straw kind of thing, where he said, okay, look, yeah, this is why Finn is going to be part of my Lions tour, because ultimately the way Finn Smith, he plays very differently to a lot of other fly halves. You know, the way he's able to sit back, the way he's able to read the the game. You know, he's able to find those little gaps using his kicking to his ability. I mean, you look at the try between Finn Smith and Tommy Freeman in the Leinster game. It's just effortless at times, and I think that's something that um, Finn is going to bring to the squad. He's going to bring that calmness. He's going to bring that kicking ability, and his ability to sit in that pocket and just make things work is I don't even have words for it. So I'm really happy for that. Henry Pollock, who has been putting phenomenal performances. I've gone through so much of him. I don't want to go into too much detail with him, but again, a deserved Lion, especially considering his performances. Honestly, I was expecting him not to get it because his age. He's been performing very well, but in terms of consistency throughout the entire season, he's had a really good second half of the season, but not so much in the first. Obviously, he wasn't getting played that much, but that's a story for another day. The guy is phenomenal. Another big one in terms of Jameson Gibson Park being called up. Can't wait to see him playing. Andrew Porter, can't wait to see him playing. Same with Dan Sheehan. I think there was over, I think it was around 25, 26 players, somewhere around there, players that are first time Lions, which is absolutely spectacular to see. Got some big names out there, and honestly, I feel sorry for the Wallabies. The squad that's there is just ridiculous. Now it's going to come down to Andy Farrell and his ability with his coaches to bring everything into one, right? To work everything, mold them into a team that works effectively, because they have all the talent, but will the personalities clash? Will the play styles clash? Who knows? But got some serious talent. And look, from the forwards to the backs, you can't really fault. Yes, there were things on different players on, oh, he should have gone, he should have gone. Honestly, I really like Andy Farrell's decision. I would love to hear what you guys think. What is there anybody that you would drop in place for a current Lion? And I'd like to hear your reasons why. Honestly, I kind of agree with every single one of your selections. Yes, I was a bit surprised with Elliot Daly being there, but you know, it is what it is. And then Mac Hansen as well. Mac Hansen's a brilliant performer, but it surprised me a bit considering coming off of the injuries and so on. But then again, Blair Kinghorn is in the squad as well. So yeah, it's big calls. Obviously, a big omission from there is Jack Willis, who he's not part of the he's not part of the lineup, and I don't know if it's because of I don't know whether it's to lose or whatever it is, but he's been playing very brilliantly. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Now, breaking on into the actual tactics and how they're potentially gonna work around, I don't know, because it's such a jumble of so many different players that Andy Farrell's really gonna have to find a system, and I don't know whether he's gonna make a system and then choose the squad around it, or if he's gonna choose a squad and then work a system around it, if that makes sense. Because it can't be easy. Yes, a lot of these players are playing together, and a vast majority of the squad is Irish. But to have everyone work in conjunction with each other, to kind of get that flow, that that kind of telepathic work. I don't even know how to explain it. But when you're on that pitch and you're feeling where those players are, he needs to get that emotion quickly. Obviously, the Wallabies are no easy side, but again, they are not the side that were 12 years ago. They are not that dominant side that you fear when you're playing up against. They they by no means horrible, because to be where they are, you still got to be very, very good. But in comparison, from previous Australia teams, they're not what they were. So having a team like this, and this is why I truly, truly do believe the Saints, the Lions are going to run straight through the Wallabies this year. Yes, the Wallabies have some serious talent, but I'm talking a whitewash. If Andy Farrell is able to get it right, we are going to see absolute destruction on the cards. And again, this is coming from a South African. I'm not English. I'm not Irish. I have no ties to him, but just gut feeling on where I see the game going, the squads that I could potentially see happening, right? It makes my brain hurt, because there are so many different possibilities. There are so many elite level players that are just there and are available. It's like, wow, what you know, what kind of headache is he gonna have, right? Because you're looking at the squads, you're looking at the giants that they have, the elite level wingers that they have. I mean, they've got a very, very bulky and a very, very strong side, right? So having a player like Jameson Gibson Park, that's just going to be like heaven to him. Or you're going to run a player like Alex Mitchell, who he likes to work the ball in and keep a steady pace and a steady tempo. Whereas you could see someone like Gibson Park, who can really speed up a game when it's needed. There's so many different styles that he can work and play off of. It's going to be amazing to see what goes down. But I wanted to essentially finish this video with a squad that I think, knowing the players that are available, who will potentially start for the first Wallabies test. This is not taking into consideration the any prior games. I'm talking about the first Wallabies test. So first up, I honestly see my front three: Andrew Porter, Dan Sheehan, and Will Stewart. Will Stewart being the tight, and that's just madness. That's just strength and quality. And Dan Sheehan's just Dan Sheehan. Just put him as a fullback winger, put him as a center. The guy's going to score anyway. So elite level player. Then we look into the locks. My lock pairing, I'm going with Ty Burn and Maro Itoje. How can you go wrong? Captain Maro, Ty Burn, one of the best forwards in the world, whether he's playing as a lock, whether he's playing in the back row, and he can swap whenever is needed, right? So if for whatever reason anything was to happen, or they wanted to change things up, they could literally just bring in Ollie Chessum at 5, or McCarthy, and then bring Byrne into the back row if for whatever reason something was to happen, that they, you know, that they were struggling, and he's still going to be an absolute monster. So yeah, Morrow, Burn, back row. This is a difficult one because there's so many elite level players, and I'm thinking you guys might hate me because I'm going to be a little bit biased here in terms of team, but honestly, I feel Pollock deserves everything. And if he continues to show Farrell what he's capable of, we might even see him start. So this is hard. I'm going Tom Curry 6, Pollock 7, Earl 8. I might get a lot of smack for that, but that's kind of where I'm seeing things going. Obviously, you got Jack Morgan, which again is bloody amazing, but yeah, just that's where my mind is. That's where my mind is right now. So yeah, moving on into my scrum half. This is a difficult situation because again, serious talent, but I'm going for Jameson Gibson Park. It's about time we see him in a Lion shirt, see what he's capable of doing as a Lion, and his style of play, how he's able to speed things up, I think will work brilliantly against the Wallabies. I really do. So I think that's where I'm going to be going. Gibson Park at 9 to start. I am giving Finn Russell because of the experience, because he's a previous Lion. His current performances as well have been absolutely spectacular. But I'm giving Finn Russell the spot over Finn Smith and Marcus Smith. But anything's possible. Anything's possible. Moving on into my centers, I got to give this to Bundy. 12 for me is Bundy. Just Bundy. If you guys never watched Bundy Aki before and you're new to rugby, watch him because this guy, he only gets better the more damaged he gets. I swear it's like a perk. It's a skill that he's unlocked through his many years of playing rugby. You know, that after he reaches like 20% health, he goes into God mode and starts destroying everybody. So he needs to have like a broken nose, cut lip, maybe a few teeth missing before he actually starts to play. But yeah, Bundy Aki at 12. My 13 is going to be Hugh Jones. Again, nothing more needs to be said about Hugh Jones. His passing, his footwork, his ability to beat a player, his carrying ability. Yeah, Hugh Jones. My 13. Wingers. This is a difficult one because I am going 14 Tommy. That wasn't actually a difficult decision there. Tommy at 14, 11, Duhan, Van der Merwe. I think it's just really brilliant. Like both of them are relatively similar players. Big, strong, bulky, very quick off the mark. They're positionally very good, very astute. And again, I think this is where they're going to be able to break the Wallabies because they will just have too much for them. The ball's going to be moving at such a pace, and then having the likes of Tommy Freeman and Duhan just breaking away at pace and then just having that strength and ability to hold them off is going to be key. It is going to be key. And then 15, I am only going Hugo Keenan because of Blair Kinghorn. I do believe he is going to end up missing the first game at least because of his Toulouse contracts and the top 14. But either one of them could play. I mean, we are talking two of the most elite fullbacks in Northern Hemisphere rugby, world rugby. Both of these guys can make it into any squad in the world and just continue playing at the most elite level. So this is just pure preference, although I think Hugo Keenan is probably the better player. I feel Blair Kinghorn would potentially work a little bit better in terms of his style and his ability to play along that back three effortlessly. I feel Blair Kinghorn would do a better job at filling in anywhere needed than what Hugo Keenan would. So as a 15, I think Hugo Keenan is slightly better than Blair Kinghorn, but I think as a 15, 11, 14, maybe even a 13, Blair Kinghorn would fill that role much, much better. So whether he starts or he's on the bench, Blair Kinghorn for me is essential. So guys, that's my 15 to start the first test. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Please like and subscribe as always. I can't wait. I'm going to end up going to sleep dreaming about this bloody selection, and I'm just like revving up for this game. I don't want it in a few months. I want it now. I just can't wait for this tour. So I'm going to keep you guys up to date with all the British and Irish Lions. Guys, please check out the link in the comment section below. Description below. You will find a link to the British and Irish Lions tour. So if you guys are looking at getting any shirts, any test jerseys, training kits, be sure to check it out there, as I am now affiliated with the British and Irish Lions, and you would also be helping my channel grow. So please hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.